And how you guys doing? That satellite man is trying to deform my tailbone. That raw protocol is in the media for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons is because the government had tried to steal everything from me before, and it's a documentation of my anatomy. It's a documentation of my tailbone too. So the government man burning my tailbone can face the death penalty for trying to deform my tailbone and anus. Do you understand that? And I'm a real hermaphrodite, but this man in the satellite control room was claiming he was trying to make my asshole and vagina look like some fake surgery and trying to make me look like a tranny is what he was trying to communicate. The man gets the death penalty for trying to call me a tranny. This government agent in the fucking satellite control room. The man should get the death penalty for misrepresenting a very rare genetic type of person. I was born as a natural hermaphrodite, and these idiots can't even get it fucking right. Some of these men have tried to rape me. Some of these men have tried to steal my identity. Some of these men have tried to deprive me of my rights and constitutional rights. These government people need to get prosecuted for their crimes. These people are dishonest. They have no credibility trying to call me a tranny. You know, somebody being a tranny, that's, okay for them. But I'm not a tranny. I'm a real natural hermaphrodite from birth. And it is documented. And anybody trying to search on my anatomy can get the death penalty. The Royal Protocol tells you that I am a hermaphrodite. Naturally. From the day I was born. It talks about, or it shows birthmarks, beauty marks, and scars that are, and fingerprints and information. The satellite man has played his game, and the man has to get prosecuted, and he has to get apprehended and prosecuted. The satellite man is trying to play games on my hips and tailbone and anus and vagina, and the motherfuckers that have been burning my penis and balls. Yeah, I know it's over your head. You're not competent enough to comprehend it because you just are just an idiot, government man. But my race doesn't have to explain it to you. My race accepts me for who I am, and they know I'm a hermaphrodite from the day I was born. My race does not have to explain it to you. Me being a hermaphrodite does not affect your fucking life of what you are, and you don't have a right being involved in terrorizing my life because I'm something that you're not. You don't have a right causing me injury. You don't have a right damaging any parts of my body. And you don't have no right fucking touching me either. And you need to turn your fucking satellite off. And one of these days it might blow up in your fucking face. I don't want you touching me. I don't want you burning me. I don't want you to be fucking looking at me with your fucking satellite. Then they'll try to make up something stupid like, oh, he thought you were a dangerous person. We need for you to explain what a dangerous person is. If you violate my rights by fabricating against me, you can get the fucking death penalty, government man. I'm not going to tolerate none of your shit, or none of your fabrications, or none of your misconstrued information. You better leave me the fuck alone and stay off my mother and father's properties. And don't be touching me or any parts of my body with your government fucking satellite. Don't be burning on me. Don't be acting like you thought you were trying to communicate to somebody and fucking up their teeth. I'm not your puppet. I'm not your toy. I'm not your child. I'm not your race or your religion, government man. You're not no friend of mine. And you're trespassing. In the U.S. government court system, I don't know if they have to sue them because I've not received any compensation of any kind from any of these years of abuse. I have not received any insurance lawsuits from any jobs I've worked on where these men had rendered me unconscious and sexually assaulted me. None of the jobs where I've worked, I've never received nothing. So somebody needs to review the history of any other job or any of the jobs I've worked at and see what the court proceedings were in reference to anybody else that had been injured on the job or had been sexually assaulted on the job, because there has to be court cases in reference to discrimination and people discriminating against me and people trying to poach genetics, people trying to enslave me with their satellites and their voodoo doll terrorism and their abuses. And the government has to get charged for intentional discrimination and attempts of murder every fucking day. This has been going on. And every day since they kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions. And they tried to steal my identity. Plus,